Good morning, guys. So today we're going to start with the vertebrates. Okay, this is the first class of vertebrates. Let's see if we finish this before the Easter holidays. Right, so we're going to start with the characteristics of the vertebrates. Okay, well, the first two very simple ones that we already know. Okay, vertebrates are going to be multicellular. They're going to be made out of more than one cell, like every single animal of the animal kingdom. Okay, and they're going to have bilateral symmetry. Okay, remember, bilateral symmetry is if I cut into half an animal, both halves are going to be the same. Okay, right. The next very important characteristic, which is unique of the vertebrates, is that they've got an internal skeleton with a spinal column. Okay, and this spinal column is going to be made out of some bones that are articulated, that are these vertebrae. Okay, this is a vertebra, these are two, and this is their articulation, which doesn't have a lot of movement, but all the articulation of the vertebrae joined together allows, for example, to be able to bend our back forward. Okay. These are examples of vertebrates. Okay, this is just a regular fish. This would be the cow, the crocodile, the chicken, and you can see that they've all got a spinal column. Okay, one here. The one of the chicken is twisted. The crocodile is much longer. Okay, right. Then we have articulated limbs. Okay, we've got in the case, for example, of the humans, we've got arms and legs. Horses have legs, like the cats. Bats have wings, like the birds. Okay, and the whales, for example, have fins, like the fish. Okay, so these are articulated legs. You can see all these are not only vertebrates but mammals, except the bird. Okay, but in general, all the vertebrates, we have the same structure, bone structure in our limbs. Okay, and we've got 1, 2, and 3 articulations. Okay, right. Then our body is divided into 3 parts. The first part is the head. Okay, that's what we've got in front, where we're gonna locate most of the sensory organs. Okay, and in general the brain. A trunk. Okay, where we're gonna have most of our organs and especially the front limbs. Okay, in this case the pectoral fins, the pelvic fins, and the dorsal fins in the fish. In the human being, our arms. Okay, and then a tail, which usually is joined to the back limbs. Okay, and in some occasions the tail can be lost, like for example in our case the humans, which we've lost our tail. And to finish, the nervous system. The nervous system of a vertebrate has 3 parts: a brain, a spinal cord, and nerves all around the body. Okay, these are 3 invertebrates. Some of them have brains, some have ganglia, but they don't have a spinal cord. Okay, and if they have it, then the brain is very reduced. Okay, and it's divided into segments. But in this case, we can't even call it brain, although it says it here. Okay, because it's very, very small. Okay, so those are the main characteristics of the vertebrates. Okay, now in the vertebrates, we've got 5 main groups. Okay, these groups are the fish. Okay, the fish are gonna be aquatic, although some can be even slightly terrestrial. Okay, and we're gonna distinguish 2 main groups depending on the bone structure: the bony fish, okay, like here, or the cartilaginous fish, okay, like for example the sharks. Okay, then we've got the amphibians, which mix an aquatic lifestyle with a terrestrial lifestyle. Okay, we're going to study mainly 2. Okay, the amphibians without tail and amphibians with tails. Okay, this is a Sicilian, okay, which is a very rare amphibian that you don't know. It's similar to a snake, but it's an amphibian. Okay, it's not a snake. All right, and we've got the frogs and the toads, which you do know them. Okay, and the salamanders, that you should know them as well. Okay, right. Then we go to the reptiles. Okay, the reptiles are going to mix. Some of them are going to be aquatic, some of them are going to be terrestrial, and some of them are going to be between both. What distinguishes the reptiles are the scales in the body. Okay, in the outside of the body, you can see them here in the snake, they've got scales, very, very hard. Okay, we distinguish 4 groups. All right, the Sauria, the Testudines, the Crocodile, and the Ophidius. Okay, we'll study them. Don't worry, okay, because then we're going to study each one of the groups in more detail. This is just I'm going through very briefly through the 5 groups, okay, so that you have the mental structure. Okay, then we've got the birds. All right, the birds are going to be in general terrestrial. Okay, some of them can mix the terrestrial life with an aquatic life, like for example here the penguins. Okay, and we're going to distinguish 2 groups: birds that can fly, okay, and birds that cannot fly, like these 2. Okay, and to finish, we've got the mammals. All right, the mammals, we're going to see the main characteristic is that they've got mammary glands. Okay, and here where we've got from the platypus to the human being, going through the bats, okay, through the in general the marsupials like the kangaroo or the Tasman what's it called? The demon of Tasmania, okay, hippopotamus, elephants, all right, the bears like the panda bear, etc., etc. Whales, okay, we've got some that are aquatic as well. Okay, right, just one last thing before we finish today's class, okay, and is that when we go into the groups, I'm going to be talking about 2 concepts: poikilothermic and homeothermic. Okay, 3 groups that are poikilothermic: the fish, the amphibians, and the reptiles, and only 2 that are homeothermic: birds and mammals. Okay, the main difference is the body temperature. Okay, you can see it here, the body temperature. Okay, in the homeothermic animals like us, we waste energy, okay, in heating our body, and we maintain the temperature of the body constant. Okay, constant, usually always close to 40 degrees. Okay, the human being, we've got it down here. Okay, our body is about 36 degrees. Okay, but most of the animals, as you can see, they don't care about the temperature of the environment. Okay, they maintain it. In the case of the poikilothermic animals like fish, amphibians, and reptiles, the temperature of the body depends completely on the environmental temperature. So when the temperature of the environment goes up, the temperature of the body goes up. Okay, as you can see it. So that's why these animals, for example, have to sunbathe. All right, or others depend completely on the temperature of the environments, like for example the water. All right, to maintain it constant. Right then, guys, so here I finished today's class. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really enjoy this unit. It's a pity I can't do it with you in class. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you tomorrow.